Now, Mike and Ben are cooking our dinner tonight, and they're setting the expectations quite low because they've told us we're having burnt cream.
LOL. Prepare your face for my brulee.
Now, you may well notice
Only one of them's finished.
I've got a head on one of them. But I know how much you all like blowtorch, so chai creme brulee, pistachio cookies, and you can all brown your own.
Select your own sugar. Here we have caster sugar, we have Demerara sugar, and look, this is some cracked caramel.
I might go Demerara.
Three, two, one. Look at that, I know, look, shards and everything.
Oh, good crack.
That is trendy.
Aromatic.
That is amazing.
So the thing with masala chai is that it is so individual. There is no one recipe for chai.
Ben's going to tell you about his spice blend.
It's a homemade spice blend for our masala chai with peppercorns, cardamom pods, clove, ginger and cinnamon, and we need to kind of pulse it all up into a coarse crumb. You can do it in a pestle and mortar or a spice grinder. Spice grinder.
I can't believe you got the word grinder wrong.
And then infuse your cream and milk with all of that spice blend and 2 black tea bags.
Can't wait to separate these.
Which is exactly what you're going to do now. Separate 5 eggs, because we want 5 egg yolks for our custard, but hold back about 3 of the egg whites for our cookies later on, and into the egg yolks whisk the sugar and a drop of vanilla.
So, give me your honest opinion, what do you think?
It's quite exceptional. I think this is the sort of dish I would make on, if I was doing a competition on TV, like Come Dine With Me or Junior MasterChef. Yeah. I think I'd make
Junior, I like the fact that he presumes that you fit the junior master.
I must go for that.
Once your cream has come to a boil and then been left to sit for about 10 minutes to infuse all that lovely teeness, pour it through a sieve into your eggs as you whisk.
It's a good job I'm here because you would not be able to do this without me.
What you don't want to do is put too many air bubbles into it.
Cheers, good instruction there.
Because what will happen is as it cooks, the air bubbles might form, air bubbles in your creme brulee. To cook the creme brulees, fill your ramekins up with the custard mix in a dish that's deep and has a tea towel in. You need 160 degrees Celsius and you need to have boiling water in and around the ramekins. And about half an hour should do it until they've got a wobble, but they are cooked through. I've got the kettle, you've got the oven. All yours.
Oh, you're going to pour it while they're in the oven?
Well, it'll be easier than making you walk with...
I was going to do the whole I'll hold it, you pour it method that's worked so well so far. Ah! Okay, maybe not.
It's fine.
That way.
That way.
Yeah, but you pushed the kettle on my arm.
Now, whatever you do, don't wobble it so the water ends up in the ramekins.
I'm not an idiot.
We've also got these pistachio cookies, so grab one of those as well.
Smell like popcorn, give it a smell.
That smells like popcorn.
It's almost like a pistachio macaroon. That chew. How are you going to make the simplest cookies ever?
Well, Ben, I'm going to take the absolute pistachio nuts, ground almonds and sugar and grind it up in a blender.
Brilliant, and unlike masala chai, you kind of do want a food processor for that one, because if you do it at pestle and mortar by hand, you end up with nut paste rather than nut crumb. Next though, add in 75 grams of your egg whites. So it's about 2 or 3, but importantly, 75 grams.
Not 117.
Not quite.
Good. Okay. Stop it! We're getting this right. 73. Oh, squeaky bum time.
Oh, it switched itself off because you took so long.
That'll do. If you'd like the full weights, measurements and photographic recipe step-by-step information, then you can find that on sortedfood.com, where also you can find next week's recipe, which is a ramen noodle dish. Yep, it is. I've just had confirmation of that.
Now the cooking time on these cookies will vary slightly depending on how much you blitz them up and how much oils will come out of the pistachio and all that kind of stuff.
Tell me how I know they'll be done then.
Somewhere between 10 and 15 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius, but you'll know because they'll just start to turn brown on top and the rest of the cookie will still be quite green.
Alan Burrows has a question. He said, at Sorted Food, how do you get the perfect caramelised top with absolutely no burnt bit? Great question, Alan. Here's the answer.
Here's a multiple of answers that you can play around with at home, because this has been a question that doesn't matter where I've been, different people do it different ways. Caster sugar, so so it's nice fine granulation.
Okay.
Some people prefer brown sugar. Personally, I find it more difficult to get that even caramelisation. The perfect way, I think, is to make yourself a caramel. So, cast the sugar in a pan until it goes this lovely golden caramel colour, and then take this and blend it up in a food processor so you have a caramel dust. Pour that over your creme brulee, and it only needs the lightest touch to re-solidify it, and then you get a perfectly even crack all over. And that can be done under a hot grill if you haven't got a blowtorch.
Don't pick that up, it's dangerous. Use a dustpan and brush. Let's have a question. This is from Tara. If you could have your own exotic fruit, what would it be and taste like, and name it too?
So I'm going to go mango. What I also love is a bit of spice, and I think my exotic fruit would taste like mango with chilli in it, and I call it a spicy spaff.
Nice. Good. Strong. Well, I'm going to address the initial problem in that a lot of fruit is taken and completely turned into reproductive organs. You've got your melons, you've got your banana. So I'm going to address that straight away. So mine's going to be a long shape like that, and I'm going to call it a wango. Just get it out of the way.
And what does it taste like, dare I ask?
It's going to have the outside of a coconut.
Right, hairy.
So really hairy, and the only way you can crack it is by reciting the whole of the first verse of Miami by Will Smith. When you open it, it's got Ben & Jerry's cookie dough ice cream on the inside.
That's not a fruit.
It is a fruit.
It's amazing, but that's not a fruit. And remind me, what is the first verse of Miami?
It goes like this. First verse of Men in Black. The good guys dressed in black. Remember that. Just in case you ever face to face and make contact. The title held by me.